everybody. So it's been a while since I've recorded an episode. I've really been focused on so many different things in my life that, it's been a while since I've used this platform to reach out to people. Some exciting things are happening in my world. I've been publishing several articles on an inspirational website, motivational website. Every article I submit has been published, so I'm pretty excited about that. My website is up. I just completed my first course that I'm marketing, so you can find out all of that information on my website. But, after having such a stressful year last year, I had actually decided not to return to my job this year. And being in the field that I'm in, we are educators. We're those people who never want to disappoint anybody, and we have hearts that run deep, and we wear them on our sleeve. And when I gave my notice at my job, a couple people said, how about if you just work one more year and then we'll talk? So being the person I am, I said, okay, sure, because I'm always thinking of everybody else instead of me. And I don't say that in a cocky way. I say that in reality. That's who I am. So that's what I did. I decided to go back for a year. So I'm doing my best to keep things together this year and, kind of be everything to everyone. And I'm probably not always successful, but I do my best to make sure I do that. So in doing that, this year has started out just to be probably one of the most stressful years that I have had in education ever. And when I decided to agree to stay, I knew that I had to kind of make some changes in my life if I was going to be successful with that. So I really started researching stress management and how to better get a handle on my life. So, the curveballs that are thrown at us all the time, so those curveballs don't just, knock me for a loop. I needed to be solid in my strength and my composure and my ability to manage stress, if nothing else for my own health, right? Like that's primary. I also want to do a good job. I want to be a good mom. I want to be a good girlfriend. I want to be a good daughter. I want to be all of that, but I can't be good at any of that if I'm not taken care of. So I started researching heavily kind of what can I do to be, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram or LinkedIn, I always say I want to be a better version of me. So what could I do to be a better version of me? And one of the things I learned about, I'm going to talk about a little bit later, but I wanted to share a little story first. I've actually been at a workshop for the past couple days for special education administrators. And I've been going to this conference. This is my 4th year attending this conference. And typically we spend most of it talking about laws, hot button topics in education. We're always student-centered, which of course we should be, because being in this field, our students are most important components of education, because that's why we're here. So we should always be student-centered. But this one was a little different. And sure, there were breakout sessions on all of those things. Law, behavior management, how to help children who have been through trauma. And there was a ton of information about those topics. But what I felt was really kind of creeping its way into all of the breakout sessions that I went to, as well as the keynote speakers, was ensuring that we as educators were taking care of ourselves. And I thought that was really interesting, especially being on my own personal mission for figuring out how to manage stress in life better. That these topics were actually creeping in at a professional conference. In fact, the second keynote speaker we heard, that was his topic, was taking care of you, self-care. And that tells me right there that we have become a society that is totally out of control, and we are learning or needing to learn how to better manage life, that whole work-life balance, if we are going to be successful, healthy, productive individuals. So I was really grateful to see some of that sinking into this, kind of creeping its way into this workshop, this conference. It was wonderful information. So that sparked me to want to share with you kind of the things that I've been up to. And this really isn't a sales pitch. I'm so not a salesperson, but I do want to know, I want you to know what's out there. So I recently also created Intentional Synergy. Has been around for about 9 months now. And I'm really just starting to get this business off the ground. I'm doing a little speaking. I've created my website. I'm trying to get subscribers to my page so I can market some of the products. But in doing that, I wrote a book, and it's called Change Your Life 30 Days in 30 Ways. And it's really to help the reader to discover themselves and maybe step outside of what they would normally do to kind of develop some ways, some strategies to promote self-care and to really figure out the kinds of things that they, as the reader, need to ensure they're taking care of themselves. Because we all need something different, right? What works for me may not work for you. Journaling works for me, but it's a consistent habit I need to do, which I'm not so great at. But that works for me, whereas for someone else, picking up a paintbrush and a canvas might be that stress reliever they need. For others, it's running. I only enjoy running if someone's chasing me, and I guess I'm really not enjoying it then, but that's really the only time I want to do it is if someone's chasing me. Otherwise, I don't want to run. I'll bike from here to Oklahoma without a problem. As long as I have those squishy shorts, because those bike seats, ouch. Or I'll walk or I'll hike, but I'm just not a runner. So it's important for people to recognize their own needs. And that is part of the reason that I wrote this book, Change Your Life in 30 Days in 30 Ways, because I really wanted people to help people learn about themselves. So that said, that book I'm giving away for free. It's a wonderful, short book, but it's truly 30 days, 30 ways. So it gives you 30 challenges to really look inside yourself, learn about yourself, and learn to help yourself be stronger and be better at life, frankly. So I will be uploading that on my website. The link, all you have to do is click subscribe, and I'll send you an email with the link to download the free ebook. Super easy to follow. It's not a lot of work, but it will help you figure out who you are. So that will be up there. I'll probably put that up there sometime before Saturday morning. So I'll put it up tonight sometime. Also, I mentioned that I had just created my first course, and I did. I created my first course on meditation because when I first heard about meditation, okay, let's be honest, I've heard about it for years, but I really thought it was some new age psychobabble that was just stupid, and frankly, I didn't think it would work. So when a friend told me, if you are a personal friend, you know that I've dealt with some health issues over the past year or two, and one of those things was I was diagnosed with alopecia, which is an autoimmune disease. And what I learned is that oftentimes alopecia is actually induced by stress. So I had everyone and their brother telling me, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Have you tried this? Well, meditation came up frequently. And I told you what I thought of meditation when people were bringing it up. And so the last time when I went to the doctor and we talked about my level of stress on a daily basis, he said, have you thought about seeing a therapist? And I'm like, I am not seeing a therapist. There is nothing wrong with a therapist, but it's not for me. I'm not someone to talk about my issues. And he said, okay. How about meditation? Have you thought of that? So when my physician, my MD, is recommending meditation, I guess it gave a new perspective of it toward me. And I decided to at least research it and see if I could find some research that would help me to buy into it. Because anything we do, we have to believe in, right? If we don't believe in it, we're not going to give it the chance. So I needed to believe in this practice before I would be open to giving it a try. So I researched and I read books and I listened to podcasts. I downloaded audio to practice meditation. I started reading about mindful meditation. And the research and the science behind it is incredible. Like, I could not believe what I was reading. So I started comparing sources to see if people were all saying the same thing, and they were. So I got really excited about it. So I decided to try it. All right, I'm going to give this a try. And I sat there for 1 minute, and I opened my eyes, and I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing. Okay, but I'm going to try it again tomorrow. So the next day, I did the exact same thing. Still thought it was totally ridiculous. By the 4th day, I had given up. So, as things happen, I had an incredibly stressful meeting that next week. My heart was beating 1,000,000 miles an hour. I couldn't sleep. I was just a bundle of nerves, and I was a little bit of a wreck. So I tried again. This time I listened to some guided meditation. So I did that for about 4 days, and I got to tell you, I felt a little bit better. But what happens when we start feeling better? We stop doing what made us feel better in the first place, right? We hit our goal weight, we start eating ice cream again, right? We take medication for anxiety when we're no longer feeling anxious. We stop taking the medication. And it's habit. That's what it is. And I fell out of the habit of meditation. So it worked for me. I mean, a week I was feeling it. I was like, wow, this is great. Well, I fell out of the habit and had another horrible meeting. Actually ended up having a horrible week. My son got hurt. It was a big mess. So I said, I'm going to try it again. So this time I stuck with it. I stuck with it every day for about a month. And I have to tell you, the changes that I felt in my mind, my body, my relationships, my ability to handle those curveballs, it was amazing. It was amazing. I can't even express to you what a change it was within me. But it was that habit of doing it every single day. So what I did, I just felt the need to share this. Like I just needed to share it with people. So I created a course about meditation, and I guess I figure people are like me, and if they're going to buy into it, they need to understand the why. So my course goes into the what is meditation, why does it work, how do you do it, let's practice it, let's look at our lives and our stress level, and let's really delve into what's going on. So I created this course and I published it, and it's available online. I kept it like the cost of a pizza because I don't think that it makes sense to charge something that people can't pay for and cause more stress for a course that's supposed to alleviate stress. So all I did was want to cover my costs of the platform and creation of the material. That's all. So I'm not charging an arm and a leg for it, but it's really important to me that people give this a shot. And when I say give it a shot, I mean really give it a shot, right? Like, I don't want to hear that, people tried it for, a week and it didn't work and then move on. So I really want people to understand, kind of the lengths that you need to go through for this to work. So that said, I will also be uploading the link to my course on my website tonight. So tonight is a big night. I'm going to be uploading 2 pieces for you. One is completely free. It's my ebook. All you got to do is subscribe, and you'll get a link to download the book. No big deal. Trust me. Obviously, I'm not real good with the habit, so I'm not going to inundate your email. I just will probably make big announcements. And also, my course will be uploaded. I think I set the price point at like $25. Literally the price of a pizza. Actually, our last pizza was more than that here in Chicago, so cheaper than a pizza if you live in big cities. And I really just want you to download this course and go through the course. It's easy. The videos are short, but I want to spread the information to as many people that I possibly can. So tonight, I want you to log on to www.intentionalsynergy.com. You can see the link in my profile too here on Spreaker, so it's easy to get to. And I want you to download the book at the very least, and if you can afford the workshop, the course, please do so. It will change your life. I am so grateful that you tuned in today, and I want to share even more information, so I promise I'll log on more frequently. But for today, I'm signing out. Have a wonderful, beautiful day and live with intent. This is Chris. See you next time.